Inspirators, it's Inspiring Vanessa here and welcome back to another interview for all of you. I am very excited for today's guest on today's interview, just because I feel like he's an amazing individual and I feel really honoured to be speaking to him today. And as usual, we will be doing a Q&A at the end of this interview, so make sure to leave some questions down below or using the question icon or the feature. But today's guest is Cavanaugh, and he is an anti-bullying activist, and he is also the creator or founder of Cool Dope Living. So he's been through quite a lot, to say the least, and I think he's just a really massive inspiration, and I'm really excited to be sharing what he does for all of you. So sit back, relax, and I hope you guys get the best out of this interview. But now I'm going to bring our guest for today onto the interview, and then we can get straight into it. Hi!
Hi!
How are you? What are you up to right now? Or what have you done during the day?
I played with my cousin and I'm doing alright. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for being my guest today on today's interview as well. Well, thank you for being my guest today on today's interview. It's good to hear that you've been well. So can you introduce yourself to those who don't know what you do?
So my name is Cavanaugh Bell. I'm 7 years old, and I have my own nonprofit called Cool and Dope.
And how long have you been doing your business for?
1 year.
1 year, and look how much it's grown already. That is amazing. So the first question I'm going to start off with is, when and why did you begin Cool and Dope Living?
So why I began my nonprofit is because I was being bullied at a Chinese immersion school. It was a preschool, and I didn't want kids to feel the same way I felt because I was doing work faster than others, and they started calling me weird, and I had darkness inside of me that didn't make me eat for 11 weeks. So that's why I didn't want kids to feel the same way I felt. So that's how I started my own nonprofit called Cool and Dope. But before I asked my mom if I could, I told her if she would be sad if I died.
I mean, that's very deep for a lot of people to hear. Obviously, you're saying, obviously hearing that come from you when you're 7 years old as well. But I still imagine that your parents are very proud of you. The people who are close to you are very proud of you and what you've been accomplishing so far as well. Yeah. Speaking of your family, the next question is, how did your family support you when your mental health was being very challenged?
Cute. What do you mean?
So how did your family support you when you kind of felt a bit sad and you felt that darkness inside of you?
Well, I didn't really tell any of my aunts, my uncles. I didn't really tell my mom. So I don't basically know how they basically helped. But so I was actually bullied when I was 7. I went to the school, and they did help when I was bullied right now, but they didn't know about it back when I started my nonprofit. But yeah, they helped a lot now.
They help a lot now. That's still good to hear. And unfortunately, it's quite hard for a lot of people who do unfortunately get bullied to speak about that with their family members. But it's good to hear that eventually you did tell them, and obviously that allowed you to start the non-profit business too. So the next question is, what is your biggest goal or like your biggest mission that you want to achieve?
My biggest goal? Well, it's basically a vision. My biggest goal and vision is basically to end all bullying worldwide by November 20th, 2030, my 18th birthday.
So how many years is that? So exactly 10 years.
Yeah,
So you're gonna be 8 this year in December.
In November, yeah.
In November. Okay,
Yes.
amazing. That's so amazing to hear. I was kind of reading a bit about what you do. You know, you need to
Okay.
do a little bit of research before I do interview my guests. And the next question is, what have you been doing in quarantine, in lockdown, to support other young people and their mental health and around bullying?
What have I been doing?
Yeah, what have you kind of been doing as a project to help kids in lockdown?
So what I've been doing is there's this place that they we have to give them food to help 90 students. So that's what I've been doing for kids. I've been helping senior citizens. I started my own community pantry. There's just a bunch going on during this quarantine for me.
How did you feel when you first got told that the whole world was going to be going indoors for a while?
So first off, I didn't really know about what was going on, so I wasn't really knowing. But when we had to go inside, it just changed me because I wasn't able to really see my grandma that much. I wasn't able to go to school and see my friends, and my grandma had to move, and it just scared me. Cause like my grandma was moving in the middle of coronavirus. It scared me, so I was just very scared. But yeah.
Are you feeling better now? Have you kind of felt a bit calmed as we've gone on?
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. It just kind of changed me, but yeah, I'm feeling better.
I think it changed all of us, to be very honest.
Yeah.
We were all just like, what is going on? What are we going to be doing? But yeah, it's always important to keep our family members and our loved ones really close to us during this time, which is very difficult for a lot of people as well. The next question is, in your first year of doing what you do, what has been the biggest lesson you've learned in your journey already?
What has been the biggest lesson?
Yeah.
Biggest lesson. Basically that everyone needs help, because I'm helping my community. I'm trying to help other communities. So I just basically found out since I started. Well, so my mom had her own nonprofit when I was younger, and that's what made me. I already started my nonprofit, but she had a nonprofit, and I did a video for her. But then that's what, and they got, and I got. It was so she was raising money to give water to Flint, Michigan, and I did a video for her, and I got $5,000 for her, and basically that's when I figured out that after I did the video for her and we were able to do everything for Flint, Michigan, that's when I found out my lesson. It was that other communities in my community need help too.
I mean, that's amazing. I mean, the best thing I think about helping other people is getting to do like charity work, for example, just like helping people who are less fortunate, you can say, I think is the best term to use for it as well. And quite an interesting question that might be hard for you to answer at first. As obviously being someone who has been a victim of bullying in the past, why do you think people do bully others? What do you think is the root of bullying?
Well, I think people bully other people is because the other people get bullied, and then they feel bad about themselves, and then they decide to just be mean to other people to make other people feel bad about themselves, and then everyone else just keeps getting mad and bullying each other.
Very quick explanation, but very snappy and very powerful at the same time. Yeah, saying that I heard a while back, actually during lockdown, was hurt people hurt people. unfortunately. People who are hurt and don't like themselves want to bully other people and make them feel the same way that they feel about themselves. So hopefully, obviously, with you on our side and being the next leader of this generation, that will be something that will change in the future as well. The next question is, what can we be expecting from you in the future? What are you going to be up to in the future?
What am I going to be up to in the future?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be ending bullying. I'm going to be doing a rally on October 4th for all bullying for gay students. It's just, I'm doing a rally for anti-bullying on October 4th, and that's basically it.
Well, talk us through what's going to happen like in the rally. So, yeah, how did you hear about that was going to be taking place?
We're gonna have people there. We're gonna try and make it a fun and friendly rally, cause we're gonna have like famous people there, kind of. We're gonna try and make it as kid friendly as possible. So like we're trying to make it so if kids come, they don't get bored. We're gonna have some famous people there. We're gonna have just a bunch of people there. We're gonna be having fun, and yeah.
So just kind of letting people know that although bullying is still out there and it is still an issue, we can still have fun at the same time and remind ourselves the positive parts and hopefully overcome this bullying issue that we still do have, and it has been an issue for a really long time around the world too. So now I'm going to ask some questions from the viewers because they've been sending questions during your answers too. So the first question is from _Emily Bensley _, and she said she was bullied by people because they made up rumors about her. Because they made rumors about her and everyone left her. And one of the bullies came back to her school and people still bully her now. So what would be your advice to her to overcome what has happened?
So I would just say that don't listen to the bullies. Do what you do best. And anyone can have impact no matter their age. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something. Stay safe. Tell your mom. Just tell a parent. Tell the teacher. And yeah.
Just telling someone is really important. It's the most important step that people need to take, especially. Another question is from Grace and Marvelous Wonders, and they said, "What is your business about?" So can you go a bit more in depth about what you do in the business?
When I started my business, it was about bullying. And it was about ending bullying, but now since it's coronavirus, I'm mostly focusing on helping my community and helping other people. That's why I have my community pantry, and yeah.
And what in 3 words, how would you describe how you feel when you're helping other people? In 3 words, how would you describe?
I just like the smile on their face.
Oh, that's really sweet. Yeah. I think that's the best thing. Just seeing, especially if people don't smile that often. Unfortunately, some people don't smile that often. You've got a lovely smile. People have lovely smiles, and they need to smile more often. So that's another message we should start sharing a bit more. Another question from someone who I think just tuned in is from Lila May, and she said, "How old are you?"
I'm 7 years old. Well,
7 years old. And you're so mature for 7 as well, might I add. And you're very, very I don't know what the word is for it. Well, outspoken. You're very well spoken. You know what words to say and things like that. Another question I have for you is, what is your idea of mental health or just mindset? Or what is the definition of mental health to you?
What do you mean?
So mental health, basically how we feel or what's going on inside our heads. So it could be a way to describe the darkness that you felt when you were getting bullied. So how would you describe that for yourself? What is that like for you, if that makes sense?
So what it was like for me, it just like made me not eat that much, like I said, but it was just a whole lot because I was getting bullied. I didn't want to tell my mom. It was just a whole bunch for me, and I just didn't like feeling that darkness that I felt.
So it's very overwhelming, to say the least. I think is a good word to describe it. Another question is from Grace and Marvelous Wonders once again, and they said, what happened? Oh wait, what happened in your business? I think. So what has happened in your business that maybe made you think you couldn't continue doing it? Has there been like an obstacle where you've kind of gone, maybe I should stop doing this? Has there been a moment like that?
No.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear that you're not doubtful, which is really important. And so many of us, including myself, unfortunately, have felt doubtful at different times. But I think it's when kids are much younger, you don't have many worries about different things, which is really important. I think another important thing to ask you, so that people can hear it as well, is what advice would you give, or like supportive advice for somebody who's getting bullied and doesn't know how to tell their parents or their friends?
That doesn't know how to tell their parents or their friends?
Yeah.
Can you say that again? I didn't really hear.
It's okay. I'll go a bit slower.
It's a little glitchy on my end.
It's okay. Oh, sorry. So, what advice would you give to a kid, maybe who was the same age as you, who is getting bullied, but they don't know how to tell their friends and family?
Well, they don't know how to tell their friends and family. Well, they just need to tell their friends and family, because like they're not going to do anything to you. They're just going to make sure that you're all right, and they're going to help you. So it's just very important to just be brave.
Be brave is really important. Was it hard for you to be brave at first?
Yes.
And what steps did you take to become more brave and build up your confidence?
I just knew that I was just getting bullied, and I knew that I needed to tell my mom, because like I just thought that she was going to do something. I just thought that she was going to do something. I thought she was going to hurt someone, but at first that's what I thought. So I didn't really want to tell her, but then I finally told her, and I expressed what was going on, and then she said that we were going to fix it.
I mean, I think any parent isn't going to directly hurt someone if they hurt their child, but they're not overprotective, just protective in general. Being overprotective is sometimes better than just being protective, just normally anyways. Now, the final question I'm going to ask you is, who do you look up to? And who inspires you? What motivates you to continue doing what you do?
My grandma.
Oh, and why is that? Why does she inspire you?
She inspires me because she always tells me that she's thankful for me Well, she says she's thankful for me being her grandson, and she's telling me to keep doing what I'm doing, and like that's what just really motivates me. and that's what really makes me keep doing what I do.
So your grandma motivates you. That is so beautiful to hear as well. And it's always so important to remind ourselves what we're grateful for. Just like what you were saying, that your grandma says that she's grateful that you are her grandson. So obviously during quarantine, we think about what we're grateful for and all the good things that have been happening despite the bad things that have been happening recently as well. Now, do you have any last final words to tell the people who are watching or maybe listening to help motivate them to follow their dreams?
Yes. So I would say that anyone can have an impact no matter their age. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something, and just stay powerful.
Stay powerful. That is an amazing message, and everything you were saying was powerful during this interview as well.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. It was amazing having you here today. Do you know we can find you on social media?
You can go to Cool Dope Living, and you can go to cooldopeliving.com to sign up for a care package on my community pantry and donate.
To sign up for a care package, everyone, cooldopeliving.com. Go and look it up right now so that we can support this amazing young man.
Wait, it's coolanddope.com.
Coolanddope.com. Mm-hmm. So without the living part at the end.
Yes, without that.
Okay. So that is coolanddope.com. Very simple and very easy to remember, so you guys don't have an excuse to not go on the website and obviously support. Well, once again, it was amazing having you here. Thank you for being my guest today and sharing your journey and what you do to everyone on my platform as well.
Wait.
Yeah.
Someone said your son's my hero.
They're saying that to you?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? They're saying that you're my son's hero. He's 2.
He'll know about you. I feel happy about that.
How do you feel being a role model for other kids?
It feels nice, but it's not all about just feeling nice about me being a role model. It's just all about helping my community because I like helping others. So, yeah.
I mean, that's great to hear. You're an amazing role model, and we need more people to hear about what you do around the world as well. But as I said before, thank you so much for being my guest today. It was lovely speaking to you. I hope you and your family will stay safe and stay positive too. And yeah, just thank you for being here today.
Thank you. I wonder if the guy that said you're my son's hero, I think he's a soccer player. Are you a soccer player?
Not sure. Maybe if you remember the username, maybe you can look it up afterwards as well.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Well, thank you for coming on. Bye.
Bye.
Well, this is the end of this interview. Make sure that you guys go on to coolanddope.com to obviously sign up for some care packages and just help support him, because he is amazing, and what he has done and what he has been through has obviously allowed him to be an inspiration towards other people, which I think is brilliant. So make sure you go and follow Cool Dope Living on Instagram to make sure to follow his journey as well. But once again, thank you all so much for tuning in as usual, and hopefully enjoying these interviews, because I love doing them as well. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in today. Make sure to go and support everyone who I do interview. The interviews are usually up on my IGTV. Not usually, they're always up on there. IGTV, and there are lots of interviews up on my YouTube channel of some amazing guests and some brilliant people, not only from the UK, but around the world too. Well, once again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I love you all so much, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.